Hey y'all, Brian Ray with North Texas Waste Removal. So today we're going to go over what to do if you cannot get your trailer lined up with your dumpster. In case there's just not enough room, you have to kind of jackknife it in. What are some options that you have to get that dumpster on that trailer when it's not positioned correctly? And we're going to get to that right after this. All right, so as you can see, I'm way off. I have one roller hitting a rail much sooner than I have the other roller hitting the rail. So this is something that you do just as a last resort when you definitely just cannot get the trailer in line with the dumpster, okay? So from this point, you have two options. Both options are going to require that I load the dumpster just a little bit to get the weight onto the rail where I can get the rails up underneath the dumpster up off the ground. One way moving forward from that point is that if you want to go back to my minimizing ruts video, you basically back the trailer up underneath the dumpster while turning it at the same time. So that will allow you to start moving that trailer, getting it up underneath the dumpster as quick as you possibly can. I don't like that option as much because you have the tendency at times, if the angle is too much, that you're going to end up jumping the rails on your trailer from your dumpster. So you're going to not be centered on your rails. The dumpster's going to jump them and be over to one side, and it's a pain in the bottom if it gets in the bind from that point. So the option two is what we're going to do. This is what I do the majority of the time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the dumpster the same way. I'm going to get it up about 6-8 inches to where the rails of the dumpster that are underneath the dumpster are up off the ground. At that point, I'm going to pivot my trailer to where it is in line with the dumpster. So that if I don't have enough room to do that to this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it loaded and then move the trailer to where it's in line with the dumpster. And this is what I do the majority of the time when I'm jackknife like this in here. So right now I'm going to get in my truck, and then I'm going to hook up real quick, and then I'm going to get into my truck and actually start jackknifing this into position, and you'll be able to see the rails of the trailer moving in line with the dumpster. So let me hook up real quick. Let me show you this angle that I'm at as well, so you can see how far off I am. So as I back up, what you'll see is the rails getting in line with the dumpster. So let's load it just a little bit. All right, now you're going to be able to see the trailer start moving into position. All right, so I'm going to summarize this thing really quick. So this is a last ditch effort to get the dumpster onto the trailer if you're at an angle. You always want to have a straight line between the trailer and the dumpster if at all possible. If that is not possible, you're in a residential street or whatever it is, you want to get at least one of those rollers onto the rail of the trailer. Once that's done, load it just a little bit to get those rails on the bottom of the dumpster up off the ground. We're talking like 6 inches, and that's it as far as movement onto the rail, onto the trailer. I only need it that much to get it up off the ground, so that way I can move the trailer into position, jackknife it into position to where it goes from an angle. I'm moving that trailer by using my truck to where the rails are in line with the rollers. Y'all will be able to see real quick how jackknife I am. I'm probably at an 80-degree angle from the trailer to the truck. So I hope this helps. This is going into a new category called tips and tricks. I'm going to try to provide these to you as much as I possibly can. As always, y'all are a blessing. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.